And welcome to North Atlantic Conference playoff action today, folks, here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. We got a matchup between two teams who know each other so well from this season. Who can shoot lights out from three, play aggressive defense, and fly all around. It's the visiting Maine Maritime Mariners against your Eagles of Husson University. I'm Sam Miller, joined alongside Max Sturm. Max, these two teams are so familiar with each other. In the season series, Husson came away with 2 wins, so what can we expect to see in this game tonight?
Well, first, Sam, I just want to start off by saying, in the world of sports, there is nothing more exciting than playoff college basketball. Before we went on live, the air here, the crowd energy has just been electric. I'm expecting a very exciting game. But as for what these teams need to do to advance in the playoffs here, the Mariners are on an 8-game losing streak versus the Eagles, so they've got that chip on their shoulder that they want to rub off. For the Eagles, Jeremy Maranta has had a crazy last few games. He had 21 points in a game versus Leslie, and in the game that they played before that, he had a 10-assist game. He is just an all-around contributor for the Eagles. You got to get the ball to the big guys in the paint to score points against MMA. For MMA, you got to feed Kurt Hines. He's a 6'8 center, averaging 21 points in the last 5 games. They just got to feed him if they want to keep themselves in this game. It's going to be a very exciting game to watch, and let's do it. Playoff basketball, baby.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said any better myself. The tension here, you could cut it with a knife. The atmosphere in this building is exceptional. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to send it right down to our PA announcer, Joe Swanson, for our starting lineup saying national anthem. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
Back.
At this time, we ask everyone please rise if able and join us in the playing of our national anthem by Husson University Pep Band. And now, tonight's starting lineups. First for the Mariners, a sophomore from Orlando, Florida, number 2, Josiah Dancy. A freshman from Gulf Breeze, Florida, number 10, Jack Banks. A sophomore from Orlando, Florida, number 15, Isaiah Otento. A junior from Stuttgart, Germany, number 21, Kurt Hines. And a junior from Littleton, Colorado, number 22, Carter Rubin. Maine Maritime coach by Dan McGill, assisted by Elamine Kumar. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Husson University Eagles. At guard, up graduate student from Turkey, number 0, Derek Collins. At guard, a junior from Amarillo, California, number 3, Lyle. At center, a senior from Thompson, Maine, number 22, Derek Balzer. At guard, a freshman from Ecuador, Maryland, number 25, Andre McNally. And at guard, a senior from Brooklyn, New York, number 1, Jeremy Maranta. Head coach for Husson in his 30th season is Warren Caruso. He's assisted by Will Taylor, John Clark, Justin Thompson, and Jay Thomas.
And we're back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Once again, we'll go through our starting lineups for you if you're just tuning in. First, for the visiting Mariners, we have Josiah Dancy, Jack Banks, Isaiah Okendo, Kurt Hines, and Carter Rubin for the visiting Mariners. And for the Husson University Eagles, we have Derek Collin, Jeremy Maranta, Riles Neff, Jared Balzer, and Andre McCauley. Max, the two key components for the Eagles in this game is going to be the combination of Neff and Maranta. They have been nothing short but productive all year this year. They average 31 points combined as a duo, 9.4 assists. So in order for the Eagles to get stuff done, they're going to need to get really involved in this game. As Neff will look to control the floor, gets over to Maranta. He'll let his first 3-4 fly. And Neff with the offensive rebound and gets it to go right off the bat. And the Eagles off to an early lead.
And you talked about Neff and Maranta getting it started early. Maranta with a shot that probably should have went in. Riles Neff, though, there to get the board and put it back up, give him two.
Eagles faithful getting involved early. Right in the corner to Hines. Balzer on him. Two big matchup we got to watch out for right here. Just to make a move on him. Maranta coming over with the help. And the three's up and no good from Rubin as Neff will control the pace up of the floor. Over to Collin. Drives to his right, over to Balzer. Balzer lets the jump shot go. Front rim to now. Over to Hines, and here come the Mariners once again.
And I think this is what you're going to see throughout the entirety of the game, is trying to keep the big guys out of the paint. Both teams have big guys in the paint who are going to score at will. If you can put good defense on them, they're not going to be able to get in the paint easy, and that's how you're going to limit the scoring.
As Dancy's three right up the side of the backboard. Here come the Eagles on the fast break. Over to McCauley. Looking to serve it to defense right there. Gets it over to Maranta. Over to Neff, top of the key. Rubin on him. Makes a move to his right. Stops with a little show and go. Here comes McCauley. Gets the ball right back over to Neff. His three-pointer, top of the key. Rattles in and out. Hines with the rebound. And here come the Mariners once again. As Dancy over to Okendo. Neff on him. Looks to make a move. Good defense there from Neff to keep him in front. Okendo looking for some action. Gets it over to Banks. And Banks' three is good.
And you see them go into that outside perimeter shot. As I stated earlier, it's going to be hard to get in the paint. And the Eagles on their last possession were using screen plays to try and get in there, and it didn't work out.
As McCauley responds with a three of his own. Boy, good tough shot there from McCauley. And so far, these two teams going back and forth right now. Eagles with a little full-court press. Here comes Dancy. Neff on him. Over to Rubin. Over to Banks with Collin on him. Hines looking to set something up. Here's Dancy. To make a move to his left. Tries to get the screen from Hines. Gets it right there. Makes a move. Right out to Rubin. Okendo. Here's Hines. Take the dribble handoff. Looks to make a move into the paint. Looks for some action. Up and under. No good. And rebound to Balzer.
And you're going to see Kurt Hines on with this matchup against number 22, Jared Balzer, all night. They always are going to have someone who is at least as tall as who's that? Kurt Hines out there.
As Okendo looks to make a move, stops right there. They're good on the ball, and here comes Maranta with the ball. Looking to push the pace. Here comes Neff. He's moved to his left. A little behind the back move. Here's McCauley. Uses the handle slightly. Back over to Neff. Rubin on him. Neff from way outside looking to survey some offense. Gets the screen from Balzer. Makes a little move to his left. Out to Collin. Collin, a little jab step. Crossover. Makes a move to the paint. Floats that one up. And good. Man, Derek Collin really loves to live in that little painted area right there. You saw the sweet move to the spin and the nice soft touch around the rim, Max.
Yeah, not much you can do defensively there. Just a pretty move by Collin, who's going to try and force his way in all night and gets it done there.
As you're going to get Balzer with a reaching call right there. Boy, it looked like he was about a millimeter away from stealing that ball away from Kurt Hines. Nonetheless, it'll stay right here with the Mariners.
And we're seeing very aggressive defense because the problem for these two teams is you can keep them out of the paint, but both can score from outside. So you saw on the last possession, the coach for the Mariners was urging to get defense out on Collin and on Neff, even far beyond the perimeter.
As Neff makes a move, gets it over to Balzer. Collin in the corner. Makes a move to his right once again. Here's a little stop, pull-up, jump shot. Rims in and out. Boy, the Eagles had a few looks like that where they just rimmed a few nice bunnies in and out. Nonetheless, here come the Mariners. Banks looking for some offense, finds Hines. Balls are on him. Makes a move to the paint. Okendo stops, shoves, up and under, no good. Off the bottom of the backboard, here comes Collins. Over to McCauley. Serving the offense, here's Neff. Neff with an explosive move to the basket, blocked by Rubin. And Hines, last minute, threw it right out off the body of Collin. It's gonna go to the Mariners. It looks like the Mariners are gonna take a timeout. We'll take a quick one too. Don't worry, folks. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we are back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Husson with an early 4-point lead here over the Mariners. Max, so far it looks like both of these teams are just working around the paint, just passing the ball around, looking for that wide open three-point shot, but at the same time, though, will not hesitate to take it right to the rack.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out these defenses, and, you know, coming into this game, I didn't think that defense was going to be the focal point of this game as we have two high-powered offenses, but I'm sure the discussion in the timeout was how are we going to beat these defenses, because they are both playing aggressively right now.
As Hines looks to make a move, finds Dancy. Dancy driving right to the paint, over to Rubin. Makes a man miss, pulls up jump shot. That one's good from Rubin. His first basket of the night. And the lead for the Eagles is back to 2 as Neff will look to survey the floor for his team. Take the pace. Over to Balzer. Here's Maranta. Dancy on him. Gets a screen from Balzer over to Collin. Top of the key. Looking for a man. He's got McCauley. Looking to use that screen. Looks to make a move. Here's Balzer. Top of the key again. Over to Neff. Makes a man miss with a step back maneuver. Off the back rim. Maranta with a rebound. Keeping the ball alive. And Balzer will pull from the jump shot. Front rim that one. And here come the Mariners once again.
And how many times have we seen Jeremy Maranta sprint in after a shot is taken to try and get the offensive rebound? He does it there. This time it doesn't pan out for them, but that's going to be ultra important as this is likely going to be a close game.
Maranta just under 9 rebounds, averaging this season. As Hines makes a move on Balzer. No good that time. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, and no good. Kurt Hines has missed his first 4 shots in this game. And that, you got to give a lot of credit to the Eagles defense as Maranta over to McCauley. His corner three-pointer off the back rim and out. Dancy skies for the board, and here come the Mariners once again.
And you were talking about Kurt Hines and how he was unable to get that shot there. He's been struggling early, and it's because they're putting 2 men on him. I'm sure Warren Caruso's approach to this is you got to have 2 bodies on him. Even if it leaves someone else open from 3, you can't give up those points in the paint.
As Neff misses that one. Here come the Mariners once again. Dancy looking to control the pace of it for his team. Over to Banks, right-hand side. Calling on him. He'll pull up for 3 right there. Back rim that one. Neff tips the ball to Maranta, and here come the Eagles once again. Here's Maranta pushing the pace, and no good on that one. Looks like he was going for McCauley, trying to get to the paint. Nonetheless, threw it a bit too far. And here come the Mariners.
And that was a good look, trying to get the ball out to McCauley down driving to the lane. It's just, it is so hard to score against these defenses. We talk about their offense, but their defenses both have been stellar this year.
As C.J. Yilliquist comes in for the Mariners, along with Eric Ehlers and Scott Lewis for the Eagles. As Dancy has Neff all the way up by half court. Over to Rubin. Hines once again looking for his man, finds Dancy. Gets a screen from Hines, makes a move to his right, over to the corner. Here's Rubin. Yilliquist for 3. That one in and out. Here come the Eagles once again. As Neff gets it over to McCauley. McCauley, a wide open three-pointer. That one's good. RJ McCauley, 2 for 4 on his three-pointer so far in this game, and the Eagles have a 5-point lead.
And that's going to be how the Eagles are able to build a lead, is getting the ball to not just Riles, Neff, and Maranta, but the other shooters they have on the floor. They have people who can hit from three. They have people who can make those mid-range shots. It's about taking advantage of who you got.
As Hines goes to though that one too many times, got to give credit to the physical defense played there from 34 Scott Lewis, and the Eagles will retain possession once again. Here's Neff looking to set up the pace for his team. Looking to get things going once again for his offense. Finds Maranta. Back over to Neff, top of the key. Ehlers coming off that back screen. Look for Lewis, back over to Neff. With Dancy on him. Makes a move to his right. And it looks like they're going to get Dancy with a little reaching call right there. Bump Maranta, or Neff that is, trying to go to his right. And it's going to stay right here with the Eagles, Max.
Yeah, Riles Neff was trying to drive in, and he got hit in the face actually with an elbow. So good for him keeping himself up and drawing that foul.
Josiah Dancy, a very physical defender, had 18 steals this year. Very, very big point of emphasis for this Mariners defense as Maranta gets the offensive rebound. Back over to Ehlers. Maranta in the post, Dancy on him. It's a physical matchup right there. And Maranta pirouetted with that one too many times. And the ball is going to go right back to the Mariners, Max.
Yeah, and Maranta again with the offensive rebound, trying to make a move inside there. But when you got two guys playing defense on you, especially people who are so tall, they're going to force your body a little bit, and they're going to get you to travel.
Here's Dancy over to Rubin in the corner. Over to Hines. Both teams moving the ball around very swell right now. As Hines makes a move to his left. And looks like Coach Caruso wanted to travel right there, but nonetheless, Kurt Hines with the fancy Euro step to get his first points of this ball game.
Yeah, and I think it was a travel, but good job by Hines to get inside and get some points going for him.
As Ehlers hits the three. Boy, that was incredibly contested right there from Yalequist. Nonetheless, Ehlers with a big-time shot to get the crowd into this game.
Yep, just enough arc on it to get it up and over. Great shot there by Ehlers.
Ehlers, a 31% three-point shooter in the regular season this year. Can light it up from downtown at any given night. As Hines looks to make a move on Lewis, and his second straight basket for Kurt Hines. Boy, that was a really tough move against a defender like Lewis, who lives for post defense in this ball game. As Neff will work it around here, his pull-up jump shot. Off the circle around the rim right there. And here come the Mariners once again. Here's Okendo. Got to have Maranta makes a move to his left. His layup, no good. Hines right there to tip it up, no good. And here comes Ehlers.
And I think the Mariners are starting to find the holes in the defense, try to get it inside. They haven't been able to knock down many inside, but I think they found their stride on offense.
As Ehlers with a little show and go move right there, trying to bang it off the glass. That one's no good. Hines trying to get it to Rubin. Neff got in the way of that one, and possession's going to stay right here with the Mariners. As it looks like Coach Caruso called timeout for the Eagles. We'll take a quick one, too. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we are back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Once again, I'm Sam Miller doing alongside Max Sturm. Max, the key to this game has been the three-point line for both of these teams. Husson shooting so far just short of 43%, while the Mariners have not been able to get things going on the three-point side, only 20% so far. So what can we expect these two teams to do as the game goes on?
Keep shooting three-pointers, especially for the Eagles. Andre McCauley and who else was it? Eric Ehlers, both getting their work in. Usually you see that from Neff and Maranta, but the Eagles spreading the ball well early and getting it up from three and making them.
As McCauley is looking to let it fly right there. A little too much room. Here comes Hines. A little step back move from McCauley, and it's good. Got the separation right there from the taller defender. And Andre McCauley with a quick 8 points in this game, Max.
And yeah, he can hit it from inside too, Sam. He is all over the court to start this game.
As Banks missed the bunny on the layup, gets his own board back. 3 defenders on him. And looks like they're calling a jump ball. Is going to stay right here with the Mariners. Boy, it looked like as soon as that ball went up from Banks, I believe, Caruso jumped right up to got it. The newly checked in Caruso. And 2 more Eagles defenders are just trying to knock it away. And as a result, the Mariners will retain possession here. As newly checked in, Tope Alo will guard Okendo ball side. As Neff tips the steal. Here comes Neff. And Neff with an easy layup right there. And the Eagles are extending this lead to 8 now, Max.
And defense wins games, Sam, and you're seeing it early on. The Eagles starting to build a lead off of some turnovers from the Mariners.
As Hines will try to work on Lewis once again. His little spin move, and Lewis with the emphatic block on Hines. Great, terrific defense right there from Lewis. As Alo over to Neff. Looks for some offense here. Little crossover, dipsy doodle for Neff. Over to Alo. Alo's 3-pointer. That one rolled in and out. Boy, this place would have exploded if that went in, Max.
Yeah, the momentum for the Eagles right now is crazy. You got the crowd involved. And now you got Tope Alo in, who we've talked about for the last few games, getting some more minutes, trying to make his impact, and I'm sure he will as the game goes on.
As Liliaquist with a nice little move to the basket right over there, outstretched arm to Lewis. Gets his team into double digits. And here comes Alo. Over to Neff. Uses the screen from Lewis. Over top of the key. Over to Caruso. Caruso makes a move to his left, looking to lose his man. Looks for some offense, finds Alo. Alo over to Lewis. Lewis' 3-pointer. Off the back rim, Caruso, offensive rebound. The name of the game for the Eagles so far. As Lewis looks to make a move on Hines. He'll throw right up and off the glass for Scott Lewis. Nice little move right there in the paint over the big Hines. And the Eagles have an 8-point lead. As Alo with an incredible hustle play for his team. Gets the steal, throws it off his man, and the Eagles will get possession back.
Sam, what did I tell you? Alo is going to make his presence felt. Ever since he started getting more minutes in these games, he has been a X factor for the Eagles, and he shows it right there, getting the ball back for him.
Looks like the Mariners took a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Yeah, to your point, Max, since getting more minutes in the rotation, Alo has just proven to be a very, very big diamond in the rough for this Eagles team.
Yeah, he started out getting about 5 minutes, 6 minutes per game, and now you've seen that jump up to 12, 15. They've realized how good he is on defense, a strong, strong defender, but, he can also make his plays on offense, which he's shown some flashes of. So I'm excited to see how they use him in this game.
Alo, a very versatile weapon for this Eagles team, which is very, 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 very useful if you're looking to make a strong run in these playoffs. As the Eagles will take a side out here. Neff will look to inbound. He's looking for some offense. Finds Alo cutting to the basket. Makes a man miss. And Hines rising up for the block right there. Boy, good reaction play. And here come the Mariners once again.
Yeah, good play by Alo trying to get inside there. But, Kurt Hines, 6'8", not very easy to get over him, especially with Alo's height disadvantage.
As Rubin missed the wide open 3-pointer, as Hines fleeced it over to him. And here comes Alo. Over to Neff. Makes a move to his right. Makes a man miss. His fadeaway little jump shot. Rolls right off the rim. Rebound to Hines. Here comes Liliaquist. Looking to make the fast break. Neff on him. Liliaquist makes a move to his left. See, they're going to get, I believe it was Ehlers on the foul right there. Looks like he was trying to reach down and slapped him right on the arm. As the Eagles will take another timeout here. We'll take one too. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we're back, folks, here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network for North Atlantic Conference quarterfinal action. Once again, I'm Sam Miller, joined alongside Max Sturm. Max, the key for both of these teams so far has just been either to drive, kick it outside, look for the three, or just fully attack the paint and look for success there.
Yeah, and both these teams doing a good job offensively, but you got to appreciate the defense they're playing. It's only an 8-point game here in this first half, and they've been able to spot out and take control of what are normally advantages for each team. As the shot's put up there by the Mariners and put in. But yeah, defensively, both teams have just been stout so far, exposing the weaknesses of each offense.
That was Josiah Dancy on the play. Scoring play for the Mariners as Maranta, he gets a wide open look from three and cashes that one in. Jeremy Maranta getting started early for his team, and the Eagles have built this lead up to 9.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave him wide open from three. 32% three-point shooter. He's going to hit that every time.
That's Maranta's first field goal on the game, and here come the Mariners. Here's Hines. Very aggressive driving to the paint as Lewis. Looks like he got the clean block right there, but nonetheless, the refs are going to call that one a blocking foul on Lewis. Looks like he got too much skin right on that one, and Kurt Hines will go to the line for some freebies.
Yeah, good job by Kurt Hines driving in the paint, forcing some contact, especially when you're down only 9 points, but 9 points can mean the difference in this game, so getting potentially 2 points here would be huge for them as he knocks down the first.
The 6'8" junior from Stuttgart, Germany, averaging around, say, 14 points this game, 14 points this year, 21 points over the last 8 games, as we talked about earlier in this broadcast. A very big part for this Maine Maritime team.
And Hines, a great free throw shooter as well, almost 80%. When you get him to the line, he's going to put points up for you.
As Lewis gets it into the corner, working on Hines, Maranta posting up. Tries to back down Dancy. Here's Lewis. His three-pointer wide open in the corner. Airmailed that one. Maranta with the offensive rebound. No good there. Allo with 2 second-chance opportunities. Finds Caruso. It's good. Once again, the hustle plays from the Eagles have resulted in not 1 but 3 baskets in this first half, Max.
Yeah, and they're not giving up on offense even after a missed shot. You had 2 bodies in there. A great rebound by Allo and forcing it outside to Caruso, who was left wide open.
3 attempts on that last Eagles possession as Lilliquist misses that one. Here's Maranta with the rebound. Finds Allo looking to run in transition. Pulls it back, finds Maranta. Back over to Allo with Lewis. Hines on him. Looks to make a move to the basket. Steps back. Hines, good defense there, slaps it away. Lewis looking for some offense here. Backs him down. Finds Allo. Allo cutting to the paint. No good on that one. Here come the Mariners in transition. As Banks gets it over to Lilliquist. Guarded by Caruso. Over to Dancy. Guarded by Alloway. Back to Lilliquist. Looking for Hines. Has him there. Right-hand block. Makes a move to his right. Up and under, and it's good. Another tough shot there from Hines, who after missing his first 4 field goals has gotten a lot more involved in this offense.
Yeah, and, you know, the Mariners are starting to realize that they need to rely on Hines to keep putting points up on the board. And they're getting it to him now. He's warmed up, and now he's hitting those shots.
As Ehlers front rims that 3, and Maranta once again the offensive rebound and draws the foul on Jack Banks. And it's going to stay right here with the Eagles, Max.
Yeah, great play to get a great play to keep the ball in bounds and drawing the foul. Possessions are everything, and Husson's going to get another one thanks to the swiftness of Maranta.
That's Maranta's 7th rebound in this game already as he finds Allo. Over to Balzer, looking for some offense, finds Collin right-hand side. Over to Balzer. Loses the handle there. And it looks like when he lost the handle, Hines poked it right off his leg, and it's going to go right back to the Mariners. Both these teams playing smothering defense right now, but Husson has been able to make the most of, seems like second chance opportunities have been the name for the game for the Eagles in this one. As Hines gets it, guarded by Balzer, who just checked in. Hines looks to make a move, finds Rubin. Caruso on him, not giving him any room. Lilliquist, guarded by Collin, takes it right-hand side. No good on that one. Here come the Eagles on a fast break. Here's Maranta, looking to take it himself. His dipsy doodle layup is good. What a difficult shot from Jeremy Maranta, and the lead is up to 10 now for the Eagles.
Yeah, he put that shot up over his head with 2 hands and somehow was able to land it in the basket. A great job by Maranta, but it's what we've come to expect from him.
The circus shot from Maranta, and what an incredible play as he gets it back. Lilliquist on him. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Maranta as Liliaquist got the perfect body position right there to draw the foul. It's going to go back to the Mariners.
Liliaquist did a great job there, putting his feet in the ground and taking the charge. As we said, turnovers in a game that seems to be super offensive, some defense, but very offensive so far, is going to be huge for either of these teams.
As Wiles Neff and Andre McCauley are back in for the Eagles, here's Ruben guarded by Maranta, looking to find some offense. Finds Liliaquist, finds Hines, who was not sat down. He'll let the three-pointer fly. Back rim that one, rebound Maranta, and here come the Eagles once again. Neff looking to set something up for his team. Makes a move to his left, finds Maranta. Maranta with a spin move, finds Balzer. And Balzer looking to work his way around the rim, and he does. Balzer has beautiful footwork around the paint, and the Eagles have extended their lead.
And how special is it that the Eagles have both Balzer and Lewis, who they can switch out, and they will never have to worry about not having a big guy in the paint who can score.
As Dancy was looking for Bankshit there on the cut to the basket. And looks like the Mariners are going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we're back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network after the quick Maine Maritime timeout. And Max, the key to this game for the Eagles for building this lead has got to be the offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Jeremy Maranta, of course, has been in the paint for pretty much every one of the Eagles' shots and has contested to try and get an offensive rebound, and has in some cases. But right now, they're taking shots from all over the court, and they're seeming to hit it. They're just not getting a margin because the Mariners are on the other side of the court also scoring at will.
Out of the team's 24 rebounds, 7 of them have been offensive rebounds for the Eagles as Balzer comes away with the steal. Finds Maranta, looking for some action. Balzer, where they look to throw it down right there. And oh boy, looks like he came down way too hard on that dunk attempt. As the referees stop the game now.
Yeah, scary situation for sure, but back to the play. A great job there by Balzer getting inside and trying to throw it down. I don't think he expected the ball to come back up. He held on to the rim a little bit longer than he wanted to, and just unfortunate.
Yeah, it looks like Maranto's had a very, very nice pass down to Balzer right there. And Balzer, as he was pulling himself up off the rim, just came down a little bit too hard. That's not a sight you want to see if you're Warren Caruso. Balzer, who is a very big part of their interior defense and a big part of the rebounding as well.
Well, not only that, but as you see, he's a threat on offense too. He's a part of that two-man center squad, Balzer and Lewis, and losing him would surely hurt the Eagles.
As it looks like both teams are getting situated now. Our athletic team is checking on Balzer. Up on his own 2 feet. It's a warm-up vision from the crowd. Balzer, as we talked about, a very, very physical play for this team. Can get it done on both sides, offensively and defensively. Has nice touch around the rim. His footwork is incredible. As we said it once, we said it 1,000 times. Balzer is an incredibly good player for this Eagles team.
Yeah, and above all else, Sam, we're just happy to see him get up and walk off on his own power. because the Eagles will certainly want him, but just as a player, as a member of the audience, as a broadcaster, you never want to see someone go down.
Absolutely not. That's what's nice about basketball is everybody, no matter what, the sportsmanship is always a big factor, as we saw the Maine Maritime fans clapping it up for Balzer. And we are back underway here at the new gymnasium. Here's Lilliaquist. Over to Dancy. Finds Hines, who has not sat in this game. Over to Banks. Rubin. Hines once again being guarded by Colin. As Hines looks to make a move on Colin here. Backs him down. His little fadeaway jump shot. Front of that one. Here comes the Eagles.
And there's a new matchup. Colin on Hines. He did a great job there. Forced the shot way wide.
As Colin's three is wide open. And it's good. And Colin with a little kiss to the crowd with the three goggles up. And the Eagles have built a 15-point lead.
A great example of transitional basketball. Colin making the play on defense and then getting wide open in the corner and knocking down that three.
Here's Rubin, gets it over to Hines. Dribble handoff back to Rubin. Maranta on him, looks for some offense here. Gets it over to Lilliaquist. Guarded by the newly checked in Kyle O'Hare. Lilliaquist makes a move to the basket, finds Banks. Banks makes a man miss. He'll pull up for the three. That one's in and out. And here goes Maranta with the rebound, pushing it once again. Here's McCauley. And McCauley up and under, and it's good. The Eagles, once again, just as soon as they get the ball, they're out in transition, and they have built this lead up.
Yeah, they're doing a good job playing transitional basketball, as I mentioned before. Quickly getting down the court. Here we go again.
Maranta with a sweep behind the back move finds O'Hare. O'Hare with the left-handed layup, no good. Here's McCauley right there once again. And the Eagles are just pouring it on in this first half. As Maine Maritime will take a timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are listening to North Atlantic Conference Playoff Basketball on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And welcome back, folks, to the Husson Eagles Sports Network, where the Eagles have just been thriving on the offensive side of the floor. And why is it that the Eagles have been able to build such a big lead?
I'll tell you why. It's because they're doing their job on the other side of the ball on defense. The Mariners love running these screen plays up top with Hines, but they haven't been able to really capitalize on that because the Eagles have diagnosed it and have found a way to get around the picks with their defense.
Both teams playing exceptional defense. Maine Maritime has been struggling a little bit on the offensive side of the floor. We'll see if they can get things going here. Here's Dancy looking to set the pace for his team. A little behind the back move stolen by Maranta. McCauley fight for the board. And Dancy gets it over to Okendo. Drives right to the basket. Finds Banks. Goes to his left. And looks like they're going to get Maranta on that reach-in right there. As Banks was cut into the basket, Maranta got a little bit too much skin.
And as I was mentioning earlier about the screen plays, that last possession, Dancy tried to use a screen play again from Hines, but Maranta quickly realized what was going on at the top of the key, saw he was isolated, and just stepped off and made the switch.
That's Maranta's second foul of the game, and as such, Luke Caruso will check back in for his team. Here's Lilliaquist, guarded by Caruso. It's a little step-back move over to Dancy. Looking for Hines, finds Banks. Makes a move to his right. Euro steps that one. Up and under, gets his own rebound. Fight for it down low, and Banks. Good tough play to stay with his board right there as he scores for the Mariners on that play. And here comes Neff. Looking for some offense. Drive to his right, finds McCauley. McCauley, his three-pointer, top of the key. Rolls in and out. Rebound to Hines, and here come the Mariners once again with just under a minute left to play.
And you can see that the Eagles aren't getting a lot of options inside the paint anymore. They've really closed that down, the Mariners have. It's forcing them to take those outside shots, which, as we talked about, they do hit those three-pointers a lot of the time. But in the last little stretch of the game, they haven't hit as many, and I think it's because they're being forced. They're taking forced shots.
Eagles took a quick timeout. We'll keep it right here, though. To go over some stats for you, the big name in the game has been rebounding for the Eagles to build this lead. They have 28 as opposed to the Maine Maritime Mariners 19. Out of those 28, 9 rebounds have been offensive rebounds. And to go along with that, second chance points have been extremely, extremely big for this team. 9 points for Husson for second chance, only 2 for the Mariners. And as such, Max, you can tell in this game the Eagles have come out there and they want it. They want it real bad. As soon as the shot goes up, everybody's crashed to the basket, and as a result, they've been able to work everything on the boards today.
Yeah, just great offensive teamwork, getting in there and making the attempt to get the offensive board. And like you said, it's resulted in some second chance opportunities and some second chance points.
As McCullough will get the handoff from O'Hare, makes a move to his left, finds O'Hare at the top of the key. Over to Neff. It's a screen from O'Hare. Gets right there. O'Hare will let it fly, top of the key. Front rim that one. And Hines once again with the rebound. And here come the Mariners. Here's Okendo. Looking to set things up with just under 25 to play. Here's Dancy. Over to Hines. Takes the handoff, finds Banks right on the top of the key with Neff on him. Looking for Hines once again, makes a move to the paint. Calling on him, and Hines lost the handle. Boy, good interior defense right there from Derek Collins. And the Eagles will have one more chance for a basket here.
Collins with a great play there, but the Eagles had 3 defenders ready to swarm on Hines as soon as he took the next step. I think Hines saw that and was a little rattled, and it forces a turnover.
And with 5 seconds left to go, here's McCauley. Here's Ehlers. Ehlers, corner 3. It's good! Eric Ehlers extending the lead to 20 for the Eagles. And we'll go to halftime right off that buzzer beater right there.
Yeah, great job by Ehlers there. We talked about getting the ball to your other shooters outside of Marante and Neff. Ehlers, one of the guys who can knock down those three-pointers, 31% from the three-point line. Just another great shot. We've been seeing these great shot opportunities from the Eagles all night so far, and I'm sure going into the second half they'll continue to take advantage of that.
That bucket was Ehlers' second on the night. That will give him 2 for 3 on the evening. And talking about some quick halftime stats before we go to break, we've got Andre McCullough leading his team for the Eagles with 12 points, and Ehlers right behind him with 6. As for the Mariners, Kurt Hines, 8 points, 9 rebounds for him. Jack Banks and Josiah Dancy with 5 and 2 apiece. We'll be right back in 15 minutes, folks. Don't go anywhere. Husson's got a 20-point lead here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we are back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, where the Eagles have built a 20-point lead against the Maine Maritime Academy Mariners in North Atlantic Conference playoff quarterfinal action. I'm Sam Miller, joined alongside Max Sturm. Max, what did we see in that first half that led the Eagles to be so successful in dominating this game?
They're just spreading the ball so well. They're getting it to all of their playmakers. And in the second half, I would expect that they continue to try to do that. Get all their shooters involved. Andre McCauley, he's got 12 points. Eric Ehlers, he's got 6 points. He's a deep three-point threat, and you're going to want to take whatever's open. Defensively, they were also playing great, but this time they got to play tight defense inside. I'm going to use a football term here, but they should set the edge, so to speak, keep them out of the paint. If you can keep them out of the paint, that takes away the Mariners' Kurt Hines, who has 8 points in this first half, and they're certainly going to try and get it to him.
And as for the Mariners, 25, just under 26% from shooting from the field, only 10% from three-point range. If you're the Mariners, Max, what do you do to kind of turn this game around and try to get back into it?
As I said, you got to get the ball to Kurt Hines. With the size advantage that he has, even matched up against Husson centers, he's still, he turned himself on in the first half, the end of that first half. He's got 8 points, but they also need to get Dancy involved. He's only got 2 points, but he is 36% from the three-point line this season, and he's a shooter. They got to get him the ball and try to mount this comeback that they so desperately need if they want to move on.
Kurt Hines shooting 3 for 10 in this game, just short of 30%. Has been a very big point of emphasis for this Mariners team, as he did not sit that entire first half, and he's still out there. And on that topic, let's go right to the starters once again for this ball game. And as such, they're going to stay the exact same. For the Mariners, we have Josiah Dancy, Jack Banks, Ozayo Kendo, Kurt Hines, and Carter Rubin. And for your Husson University Eagles, we have Derek Collin, Jeremy Maranta, Riles Neff, Jared Balzer, and Andre McCauley out there. Scott Lewis. As we are underway here in this second half of action, as Collin will get it over to Maranta. Back over to Lewis. Looking for Neff, got him right there. Rubin on him. Here's Lewis over to Maranta, top of the key. Finds Neff, looking for some offense. Uses the screen from Lewis. Lewis makes a move to his left. Gets it over to Collin. Dancy on him. Tries to post him up, backs him down, and off the glass and good. And Derek Collin with an early basket in this second half.
Yeah, taking advantage of that size advantage he has over Dancy. Just pushed him to the rim and was able to get the easy layup.
As Dancy loses his man right there, makes a move to his right. And up and under with a left-handed layup, no good there. And here comes Riles Neff on the fast break. Over to Maranta. Surveying the offense, finds Collin in the corner. Lewis, right on the left-hand block. He'll take it right up, and the foul by Hines on the way up there. And Scott Lewis will get some freebies.
And already in this second half, you're seeing the Eagles are spreading the ball as they were, but they're trying to slow it down and see what they have inside. And a few great passes led to a sort of wide open shot for Scott Lewis, who drew some contact and is now gonna have a chance to get some points on the board with some shots.
As Lewis gets the first one to go, just shy of 74% from the line this year. And definitely to your point, Max, in that first half, the Eagles were ultra aggressive, moving the ball around, attacking the basket, and shooting threes when they were open. And so far in the second half, it seems like that's been the exact same game plan.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do when you're trying to maintain a lead that you have. No lead is too big in playoff basketball, and the Eagles are going to do the best that they can to continue to keep their foot on the pedal.
As Jack Banks steps into a little floater right there. He's got 4 on the game, and here come the Eagles as Neff over to Maranta. Makes a move to the middle, spins right into the paint. Couple shot fakes right there, out to McCauley, guarded by Okendo. Back over to Maranta. Maranta, wide open 3. In, count it! Jeremy Maranta with 8 points on the night. One more basket, and he'll have a double-double for the game.
Yeah, and he's just already having such an amazing game. He's hit from pretty much all over the court, but I haven't seen a lot of missed shots from him tonight. He is playing like this is a college basketball playoff game.
As Okendo pulls up from the free throw line, no good there. Maranta once again trying to survey the defense. Here's Neff. Neff with a nice left-handed layup goes crashing out of bounds, and the Eagles are pouring it on in this game.
Yeah, and he went through the door, but on the play, a great job. He was so fast to the basket and was able to get it just over the head of the defender for a nice layup.
As Okendo missed the bunny there. Crowd letting him have it as McCauley pulls up for 3. It's good! The Eagles 4 for 4 to start the second half, and the Mariners will call timeout.
Andre McCauley having another great game. As we said, he is lethal from the three-point line, and he shows it again right there. Another three-pointer, I think his third or fourth of the night, just tallying it on for the Eagles as they're up 30 points right now in this game.
Make that 15 for McCauley on the night now. And as we said, the Mariners took a timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we're back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm Sam Miller, joined alongside my friend and colleague Max Stern. Max, a bit of a repeat of what we saw in that first half. The Eagles have just been lighting it up from three. They're 4 for 4 to start the second half, and they are not letting up.
Yeah, and the difference with this half, Sam, is that they are taking a little bit more time to find the open guy, but there always seems to be someone open, and everyone is hitting their shots right now. So if they just take the time and find the open shot, they're going to have no problem maintaining this lead. It'll be interesting to see how the Mariners plan to object that.
As the Eagles flying in transition, Collins three-pointer, it's good! The Eagles have started this half 5 for 5 from the field, and they are pouring it on in this second half.
Sam, I have no idea how Jeremy Moranto was able to get that ball out in the corner to Collin. He had 3 defenders on him, and it was still able to get sliced through to a wide-open Collin who puts up a great shot.
Steve Nash-esque from Jeremy Moranto, as the Mariners have not been able to find the basket in this second half. And here come the Eagles once again. And Moranto with a pass to McCauley! And once again, the Eagles showcasing their dominance in this second half as they are pouring it on.
Jeremy Moranto, I can't say enough about what he's doing. Whether he's shooting the ball, passing it, playing defense, he is playing a perfect game right now for the Eagles.
The Eagles are now 6 for 6 to start this second half. Moranto pulls up. Make that 7 for 7. Oh my goodness, Max. What an offensive clinic we are witnessing right now.
I'm wondering when the Mariners are going to start putting 2 bodies on him, because even with a defender, he is unstoppable.
As Hines looks to get to the basket, fouled by Lewis right there. And Hines will go to the line for some freebies. We saw earlier that Josiah Dancy finally broke the seal for this Mariners team that has been struggling to score the ball. And as a result, Hines will look to add to that total right now.
Yeah, and this is what the Mariners need to do. Just get the ball to Hines and let him go and try and make a play. A lot of the time, with someone who's 6'8", you're going to draw contact and you're going to get chances to shoot from the foul line. As he knocks down his first one there, he's 80% from the free throw line this year. If you can, even if he doesn't make the shot, there's a good chance he'll draw the contact, and that's just points on the board for the Mariners.
As the newly checked in Seamus Raftice comes in for the Mariners, as does number 13, Derek Santiago. As Hines, who once again has not sat in this entire game so far, has played all 20 minutes for this Mariners team. He leads the way for them with 10 of his own. And here are the Eagles once again. Neff using the screen from Lewis. Neff will let it fly. No good that time. The Eagles were there. Finally, their first miss. And Moranto looked to try to draw the offensive foul on Liljequist. But just a moot point on that one, as the Mariners are going to retain possession right there.
Yeah, a great effort by Moranto to try and set his feet there. I thought he had it, but nonetheless, the Mariners are going to get a possession. And this is an important one as we enter the last half or 3/4 of this game. Down by as much as they are, they need to get something going.
That foul, Moranto will be his third on the game as Liljequist looks to make a move, finds Dancy. Over to Hines. Top of the key 3. No good there. The Mariners' struggles continue, and here come the Eagles once again as McCauley finds Lewis right in the corner. Back to McCauley with Raftice on him, looking to set up some offense for his team. Makes a move, finds Lewis. Lewis, top of the key 3. Off rim to that one. Here comes Liljequist on the fast break. Slow things down. Here comes Dancy. Looking to run the floor, attacks right to the paint, goes right at Colin, throws it right off the backboard and no good. Here comes Lewis. Here's Maranta. McCauley transition, left-handed layup, and it's good! Once again, Andre McCauley having a night tonight. That is his 19th point on the game.
And just another great job transitioning fast. Those fast break opportunities have been what have really built the Eagles' lead so far. The Mariners aren't down the court fast enough, and it's resulted in a lot of points for the Eagles so far.
As Maranta gets it from McCauley, looks to use the screen right here. Surveying the offense, gets it over to Neff. With the screen from Colin, his three-pointer. That's good! Riles Neff from downtown once again, and the Eagles have just come alive in this second half.
And now they're all hitting from three. Each one of the starters out here has a three-pointer with the exception of Scott Lewis, who's taken a few of his own. They're very confident, and Coach Warren Caruso, I don't think he has a problem with any of these guys taking a three-point shot. They've just been on fire tonight.
47% are the Eagles from the three-point line in this ball game. It looks like the Mariners are going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are listening to North Atlantic Conference playoff action on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we are back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network once again, where the Eagles have just flicked the switch and have turned it on in this second half. They are on I believe, an 18-4 run right now, as they've been able to get wherever they want to on offense, Max.
Yeah, and the Eagles' offense was clicking in the first half too. A lot of shots being made, as Santiago hits a three of his own, but the Eagles, their offense was doing great in the first half, clicking on all cylinders. But in this second half, just slowing the ball down a little bit as they are right now, leaves someone wide open in the corner like Ehlers, who knocks down the three.
Eric Ehlers, his third three-pointer of the game, give him 9 points on the night. He is 4 or 5 from the field. As Nev looks to slow down Dancy, makes a move to his left, goes right at Caruso, and what a tough finish there from Dancy to get some points on the board for himself. As Nev loses control of the handle right there, and the ball will go right back to the Mariners.
Yeah, and Josiah Dancy is who the Mariners need to get involved right now. They set him up. It wasn't exactly an isolation, but just he was able to force his way inside and made a great move, got some points on the board. They need to do a little bit more of that if they want to get back in this game.
That's Dancy's third basket in this ball game as Hines makes a move to the basket, bumps into Colin, throws it right up, no good. Here's Neff with the rebound. Gets it right back from Ehlers. Here's Maranta. Maranta surveying the floor, finds Colin. Gets right out of bounds, right underneath the basket. Hines on him. Hines with the block. Big play there from Hines to stop the basket right there, and he'll bring it up for his team. He makes a move on Colin. Gets it over to Raftice. Raftice with a block by Colin. Once again, showcasing the defense as the Eagles turn it over right there into the hands of Santiago. As Lilliaquist gets it inside to Hines. Hines over 2 defenders. No good there, and he'll go right back to the line for 2.
Yeah, and that's just tough to defend for Colin, who's playing the center position right now as Balzer is not on the bench. So what that means for the Eagles is that they got to have Colin play the center position and Scott Lewis with an elevated role. I'm sure you'll see him back in the game in a few minutes. But Hines has just been so good at drawing the contact tonight. I'm pretty sure this is his third time making it to the free throw line. He's made all of his attempts so far. And I mentioned earlier that it's going to be a huge key part into how they get back into this game.
Tope Allo replacing Jeremy Maranta. Maranta with 9 points and about 10 rebounds on this game has left an imprint on this game. And let's see how the rest of this game goes as we keep going here. As Neff gets it from Allo over to Caruso. Makes a move to the basket, finds Colin inside. Here's Allo. Allo makes a move to his right. Behind the back dribble right there. Here's the Neff. Neff double team right there. Over to Allo. Steps in. Finds Neff. Neff wide open for three. No good there. Ayers with the offensive rebound. Blocked again by Hines. That's his second one of those in this game. And here come the Mariners on offense.
And now you're seeing the Mariners start to make some plays on defense, getting a few blocks in the last few possessions. But I'm not sure that they've exactly figured out what the Eagles are trying to do on offense. But they have an idea, and they're slowly putting some points on the board as a result.
Must have been a point of emphasis at halftime, which head coach for the Mariners, Dan McNeely, definitely wanted to talk about there. As the foul will be on Caruso, and the Mariners will retain possession here. Here is Dancy, guarded by Caruso. Gets the screen from Hines, makes a move to his right. Takes it right at to the basket, and good. Man, Isaiah Dancy, again, himself has come alive in this game. He now has 8 on the night.
Yeah, and in both drives to the net that he's had in this half, he's been double-teamed, and he's just found a way with, they say not being as tall is a disadvantage, but for him it's an advantage because he's able to swiftly get through the defenders and put up a nice shot.
As turnover there for the Eagles, here come the Mariners on offense. As Raftice will let it fly from 3. Front rim that one, Dancy gets it right back into the corner. Another second chance for his team. As Dancy is being guarded by Neff, looks for Hines, has him. Collin looking to put a big body on him. Hines dances to the basket, finds Santiago. Santiago drives to the basket, throws it right up and off the backboard and out. And here comes the Eagles once again.
And the Eagles are playing that tight inside defense that I talked about at the beginning of the half. There were 4 defenders there on that shot. Very hard shot to put up. It was a good shot, but with that many defenders in the paint, it's not going to work out most of the time.
As Josiah Dancy gets hit with that foul call right there. It looks like the Eagles are going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here for the time being. Max, it seems like whenever the Mariners have something going for their team, the Eagles have just been able to come right back and respond.
Yeah, and I think that's a credit to to Coach Warren Caruso and just how well he's able to make adjustments, even if they don't have to call a timeout. Simple changes in the calls for defenses can make the difference in momentum shifts. And the Mariners, as you said, have been putting up some points, but the Eagles have just done such a great job responding and diagnosing whatever it is that they're changing up, that they're just continuing to put points on the board.
A big point of emphasis for the Eagles in this one has been the rebounding. For the game, they have out-rebounded the Mariners 40-26 through these 2 halves so far. And a big part of that has been second chance points. The Eagles, out of their 40 rebounds, 11 have been on the offensive side of the glass. So second chance points have been a big reason why that they have built this lead in this game.
Yeah, a lot of those, as you said, are offensive rebounds. And the Mariners find themselves inside the paint, and somehow an Eagles player comes down with the ball and it leaves someone wide open on the perimeter from 3 or a long mid-range shot. And it's worked out for the Eagles. They have some shooters that can hit wide open shots.
As Nev misses that one right there, we are just under 12 minutes to play here. The Eagles up by 31 as the Mariners will get the possession right here. And despite the score, it looks like the Eagles are running a full court press in this playoff game, just not letting anything up as Caruso gets the steal right there. Finds O'Hare, drives to his left, throws up the tough layup, no good. Good defense there from the newly checked in. That's Quincy Parker the 4th, and he will keep it going for his team. As Banks, guarded by Caruso, finds Gibson. It's right back. Here's O'Hare. O'Hare tried to throw it up to Allo. Allo with a big hustle play. Gets his own steal and then just misses the bunny right at the rim there.
Yeah, Allo with some aggressive defense again, just unfortunately not able to capitalize. But a great job hustling and getting the ball that could have been going the other way.
As good tough take from Derek Santiago with his second basket of the game. And here come the Eagles once again. Looking for some offense. Looks like they've got a 2-3 zone going here, the Mariners do. The Eagles trying to pass right around it. Here's Allo. Looking for some offense. Finds Neff. Top of the key. Surveying the floor. Here's Allo. Allo will let it fly. Off the rim and out. Lillquist with a rebound, and here come the Mariners once again. As Raftice gets it over to Gibson. Hand out to Lillquist with Ayers on him. He takes a step back. Over to Santiago. Tope Allo in his face. Screen from Gibson. Santiago gets to the basket. Over to Banks. Banks with the right-handed layup. Boy, beautiful cut there from Jack Banks to get right to the basket.
Yeah, Raftice with a great screen to get that play open. And Banks able to make a backdoor cut and get inside. He was wide open.
As Ehlers' three once again is good. Eric Ehlers is 4 for 5 from three-point range, and the Eagles have just been on an absolute tear offensively, Max.
And it just seems like every time the Mariners get something going, the Eagles come down and put on a rainstorm of threes, especially from Eric Ehlers, who, apart from the threes, hasn't had a lot of shots tonight, but he's made the ones that he's had count.
And it looks like the Mariners will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Just under 10 to play in this game. Husson has built a 30-point lead in North Atlantic Conference playoff action. And if you're the Eagles, we saw that they started out with that full-court press as the half continued, which goes to show they're sending a message like, we are people to deal with in this playoffs, and we are going to be very dangerous, and we're making a run.
Yeah, and we talked about at the beginning of the half not taking your foot off the pedal, and that's exactly what that shows. They don't care that they're up 30 points. They're going to play as hard as they did in the first minute of the game, because that's how much this means to Warren Caruso. It doesn't matter. Great shot there, great defense, but you know they're not going to take their foot off the pedal because Warren Caruso just won't let that happen. He's instilled in this team that they need to continue to be aggressive throughout the entire game.
That was 23 Ty Henke making his first appearance in this game. Henke, who has not played a lot in the second half of the season, dealing with an injury. So him seeing some minutes is going to be a good way for him to warm up and get back into the adjustments here with his team. As the first one goes for Henke, a 58% free throw shooter on the year. As he's looking to give his team the 70 ball here in this second half. And it looks like O'Hare took a step in a little bit too early, and the Mariners will gain possession right here.
You see some new substitutes coming in for the Eagles, giving the starters a break, but that doesn't change anything for the Eagles. They've done a good job getting their guys in all year. So these guys have had game time experience. They know the plays. They're essentially just extensions of the starting five that are normally out there, and they play just as well.
As Liljequist gets a basket right there for his team. Ultra aggressive is Liljequist as always, as Ehlers let it fly once again. No good there. Make that 4 for 6 on the night for Ehlers, and the Mariners will get the ball back right here. As Liljequist will set things up for his team. Finds Banks, guarded by Caruso, way out there on the perimeter. Gets a screen from Gibson, looks to make a move. Move to his left, guarded by, right at O'Hare, and O'Hare sends it back! Exceptional play right there from O'Hare to send it back, and here come the Eagles in transition as Allo over to Henke. His three-pointer's good! The Eagles now shooting 44% from the three-point line, and they build a 32-point lead.
And that pass from Allo was a little bit high, but nonetheless, he was able to set his feet and put it up and drain the shot. Great job there by Ty Henke.
Henke with his first basket since the injury. It looks like they're going to get, I believe it was O'Hare on that play, as it was Seamus Raftice trying to drive to the basket. O'Hare with a bit too much contact, and the Mariners will retain possession side out. And here's Gibson, guarded by O'Hare. Over to Santiago. Here's Banks. Gibson once again. Top of the key three-pointer. Front of that one, and the Eagles once again pushing into transition. Here comes Allo. Surveying the floor. Here's Henke. Henke, top of the key three-pointer. No good. Ehlers looking for the get that offensive rebound. 5-4 down low. And looks like it's going to stay right here with the Eagles. Great hustle play there from both Marcus Gibson and Eric Ehlers to go after that ball. It looks like when Gibson got it, he slipped out of bounds. And it's going to stay right here with the Eagles.
Yeah, that ball was going out of bounds. Nonetheless, it was whoever got their hand on it last. It was going the other way, and luckily for the Eagles, they were able to retain it.
It looks like Husson took a quick timeout. We'll take one, too. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we are back, folks, on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Once again, I am Sam Miller, joined alongside Max Sturm. Max, the key to this game for the Eagles building this lead has been the three-pointers, shooting just shy of 44% from three, and it has been a big reason why they built this lead.
Yeah, it just seems like every one of the players for the Eagles is able to knock down these three-point shots, and they're continuing to take them, even this late in the game with the lead that they have. They're just so confident that the shots are going to go in. Why not keep taking them?
As Ehlers looked to shoot right there, pulls up from the mid-range, and it's good. Eric Ehlers having a big-time game. He's got 14 points coming off the bench for this Eagles team. As here is Lilliaquist being guarded by Ehlers out three-point line. Here's Gibson, guarded by O'Hare. Makes a move to the basket. Floats that one up and fouled by O'Hare, and Gibson will get to the line for two.
A nice move by Gibson on the inside there. Faked like he was going to kick it back out. Got O'Hare to jump and was able to turn it around, put up the shot, and put up some contact too.
Gibson, in the 70 minutes he's played, the freshman from Fairfax, Virginia, a perfect free throw shooter this season, 100% up until now. Every time somebody says that, it always just seems to happen that way.
I know the last game we did, it was the same thing when I was calling it for the girls' game.
As Gibson hits that one down, Husson with a 33-point lead here in this second half. Those crazy things have happened in basketball as Allo, spin move to the basket, throws that one up and good. Boy, what an acrobatic play from Tope Allo, and the Eagles are just continuing this offensive firestorm.
And he's like the underrated factor tonight. He's made his presence known both offensively and defensively, which, Sam, if we're looking back on the last few games, not really a surprise. He has been all over the court for Husson as he's gotten increased minutes.
Shifty as they come is Tope Allo, as he'll pick up the foul right there, trying to get it back from Raftice. And it's going to be Mariners ball, side out. Got to give a lot of credit to the Eagles here, Max. As we talked about, a lot of this entire game, they've been up for a good amount of it as Raftice gets to the line. They've been up for a good chunk of this game. When they started pouring it on with those three-pointers, it seemed like Coach Warren Caruso was going to go deep into his bench, but they have not let up since the second half has started.
I wouldn't expect anything different from Caruso's team. As I mentioned earlier, he's not one to tell his players to take their foot off the gas. They'll score as many points as they want. That's just how his coaching style has always been.
As O'Hare, with a brilliant pass from Allo, gets fouled by, I believe that was Gibson down low, and he'll get to the line for some freebies.
And another thing to your point earlier in the game, Sam, was you said this team wants to show that they can be competitive in the playoffs. And with a 30-point lead, a 35-point lead, they're certainly showing that. And they want all these guys to be ready if they make it to the next round.
As Kyle O'Hare, the freshman from Tampa, Florida, 73% shooting from the free throw line, gets both of them to go right here. And the Eagles have built this lead up even more in this second half. Just under 7 to play. Here comes Banks, guarded by Caruso. Looks for some offense here. Drives to his right. Steps back. Looks for Gibson. And O'Hare, a little bit too jumpy on that one. Trying to get the reaction play. Get that ball away from Gibson. And he'll go back to the line for two.
It was close. Gibson did a good job turning his body, drawing the contact there. O'Hare would have had to play had he not done that. So a good job, Gibson, and he'll go to the line now.
Gibson misses that one off the 1-and-1. And Raftice gets his board right here. Finds Banks, guarded by Ehlers. Gets the screen from Gibson, drives to his right. Trying to find Raftice cut into the basket. Lost the handle, and the Eagles will get it right back. As Allo looking for Ehlers, who was wide open for a second, just wasn't paying attention on that one, but recovered it last minute. Here comes Allo over to Caruso. Let's move to his left. Here's Ehlers. Ehlers, top of the key three-pointer. Back on that one. Here come the Mariners once again, Max.
Yeah, just the Eagles spreading the ball so well right now. That catch on the corner by Ehlers on the pass that he wasn't paying attention to looked a little OBJ-like. He was able to reel it in and still get a solid possession for the Eagles.
As Gibson got that one to go over two Eagles defenders. Good tough move down low. As Henke has it right-hand side. Finds O'Hare. Gibson on him. Looks to make a move. Hands it off to Allo. Allo, step back three-pointer. Up and no good. And here comes Santiago for the Mariners. Looking to push the pace for his team. Allo on his hip. It's double team right here. Fine. looking to find Raftice. Drives to the basket, throws that one up, and no good. Looking for the contact there. As Ilo tried finding Henke, and Santiago got that one right back. And his left-handed layup is good. Santiago with his third basket of the game.
Yeah, kind of surprised that there wasn't a call for contact on that. He hit the ground hard, and it looked like he might have been pushed off. But nonetheless, they still were able to get the ball back and put some points up. Good job by the Mariners.
As O'Hare finds it left-hand side with Henke. Right-hand side as well. Here's Alo. Finds Henke again. Pump fakes. Throws that one up and good. Ty Henke with a couple big baskets in his appearance in this game. He's got 6 on the night. As Santiago drives to the paint. It looks like they're going to get Henke on that one. And Santiago will go to the line for 2.
You hear this crowd getting hyped up, and that's because Hamza Abdul Rahman is about to enter the game.
Set to check in for the Mariners is, I believe that's number 0, Tim Ziemba, coming in as well. Checking in for the Eagles, along with Abdul Rahman, is Gil Matondo, making his first appearance in these playoffs. As Santiago's free throw is up. Back from that one. Henke the rebound. Little fight for it down low. Grabbed by Raftice. Out to Santiago, and they'll reset action here. Here's Gibson. Santiago poked away by Abdul Rahman. Matondo on him. Here's Gibson. Over to Ziemba. Got it by Alo. His layup no good. Good contest by Alo. Here come the Mariners once again. Alo behind the back. Shifty move. Finds Abdul Rahman. Throws it right back out, and here comes Banks on the fast break. Matondo on him. And Banks will float that one right up. In and out. Matondo the rebound. Here come the Eagles once again. Looking to push the pace is Matondo. Makes a move to the middle. Finds O'Hare. O'Hare, left-handed layup. A little bit too strong on that one. Abdul Rahman with a steal. Loses the handle. And it's going to go right back to the Mariners.
And the Mariners stepping it up here in this last quarter of the game, both defensively and offensively. On the offensive side, off of a few missed free throw shots, they've been able to get a board and reset possession, and in a few cases, put some points up on the board.
As Santiago looking to make a move to the basket with Henke on him. Gets chewed up and finds Gibson. Gibson move to the middle. Throws that one up and good. That'll be 4 on O'Hare. And this one, as Gibson will go right back to the line for 2.
Gibson's done a good job getting to the line tonight, and like we mentioned, he only had 70 minutes coming in. And apart from that one free throw that he missed, he's had a solid game. He's drawn contact every time he's gone to the basket, and he's a good player. He's done a great job tonight.
And looks like the Eagles took a timeout. We'll keep it right here. And Max, if you're the Eagles, this has to be a very big statement that you're trying to make. You're the top seed in the North Atlantic Conference. You've got another game after this one between the Presque Isle Owls and the Farmington Beavers. That's going to be a very tough contest for this Husson team. Nonetheless, tonight they are showcasing why they are the top seed, and they've been able to get everything done that they've wanted to do. And you got to give a lot of credit to Warren Caruso's game plan. Looks like what he wanted to do was get right to the paint, fire up those threes, and it looks like it's worked of nothing short of perfection.
Yeah, and if you're those other two teams coming into play after this, you're looking at this and saying, wow, this is who we got to play? A team who's putting up 80 points, almost 40-point lead. It's going to be a tough contest for whoever has to play the Eagles, but surely will be an exciting one.
As Coach Caruso with some new substitutions coming into the game is number 2, Bryce Tackett, and number 45, Javari Ellison coming in for your Husson University Eagles. As Gibson calmly hits the first one. Tackett only seeing 29 minutes of this year, as Ellison only seeing around 20 himself, as Gibson sinks both. And Tackett will lead up the floor for his team. Here is guarded by Ziemba. Over to Matondo. Gets him in the switch. Matondo right to the basket. No good there. Fight for the board. Matondo gets it. Finds Tackett. Tackett wide open for 3 in the corner. Front rim that one. Here come the Mariners. Here's Raftice. Challenges Abdul Rahman. Loses the ball there. Picked up by Abdul Rahman. Here come the Eagles. Over to Matondo. Matondo. Acrobatic finish, and it's good.
A pretty move there by Matondo. Left, right, and then twisted the ball off the glass. Went right in the bucket. A great job there.
Dosey, though, that one in for two. As Ziemba's going to get called for the travel there. That was great defense right there from Tackett, staying right in front of his man. As this place has come alive once again, as number 11, Charlie Katsafikas, comes in for the Eagles. Coach Caruso going really deep into his bench for the final 3 minutes of this game.
Yeah, both Tackett and Charlie Katsafikas with some great great shots last time out when they went deep into their bench again. Had some nice three-point shots as he takes one here off that time. But it's nice to get these guys in, these freshmen who don't have a lot of experience in the game, because you know this is the future of the Eagles team.
You never know what can happen in playoff basketball. Santiago gets one to go. You never know in the playoffs. You're always going to need people to be ready at a moment's notice. As Taggart gets the screen from Ellison. Double team there. Finds Katsafikas. Looking for some offense. Finds Matondo. Left-hand side. Abdul Rahman in the corner. Finds Ellison. Ellison with a move. Boy, it looked like he was trying to find Abdul Rahman right there, but didn't see his cut to the three-point line. It's going to go right back to the Mariners.
Yeah, I don't think he was looking when he threw that pass, so he wasn't really, Abdul Rahman was not expecting that, but nonetheless, it'll go over to the Mariners, see what they do with it.
As Gibson gets it, guarded by Ellison, here is Santiago. Screen from Gibson. Looking for some offense, gets it right back to him. Here's Ziemba. Double team right there, finds Quiggins. Quiggins wide open three. Front rim that one. Katsafikas the rebound. Here come the Eagles once again. Looking to push the pace is the Eagles. Matondo in the corner. It's a little showman move right there. Up and under. Throws it up the glass. And the foul! What a difficult shot from Gil Matondo. And the Eagles have just kept pouring it on in this second half.
He's making those tough shots look easy. He had the last one where he spun the ball off, and this time he comes from way underhand shot. And he'll go to the line this time for a three-point play.
Matondo gets that one to go. Driving to the paint is his bread and butter. He lives in that little restricted area. As the Mariners look to get some offense here with just under 2 to play in this second half. Here's Gibson. Over to Santiago. Makes a move to the middle. Tried to throw that one up. Here's Quiggins for the rebound. Drives back to the paint. Katsafikas got a hand on it. Floats it up, and no good. And the Eagles will come the other way. That seems like it's been kind of the narrative of the game. The Mariners have had a lot of good looks, but just have not been able to hit them as Katsafikas misses the three. Rebound, Matondo. And once again, the Eagles, despite the score, are just letting them have it on the offensive side. As Matondo over to Ellison. Ellison, strong move to the basket. Stripped away, left in a layup, and it's good.
Great job recovering the ball there. Had it knocked out, just bounce back up, take it in one hand, and lay it up like it's nothing.
As the Eagles come away with a win here, Max, what do you think the mindset is for this Eagles team as they're looking to make a run in these playoffs?
Championship. That's their mindset, Sam. They are looking ahead. They know they got to take it one game at a time, but they have one goal in mind, and if they keep playing the games the way that they did tonight, it's a real possibility. This team has a chance.
As Taggart gets the ball right at the three-point line, makes a move, up and under, finds Ellison. Ellison goes right to the basket, goes right at Gibson. He's going to get fouled right there, and he'll go to the line for two. As we got some time here in between the foul, let's talk about some of the stats for the game. For the Husson side, leading the way is 25, Andre McCauley with 19 points on the night. He has shot exceptionally well. 8 for 11 from 3. 3 for 5 from 3. 8 for 11 from the field. Shooting an absolutely very good percentage. Jeremy Moranzo chipping in with 12 rebounds and I believe 10 points as well. And the big story has been number 4, Eric Ehlers, coming off the bench. He has been absolutely lights out from downtown. 5 for 10 from the field, 4 for 7 from three-point land. The Eagles have had so much help. It just goes to show how deep this Eagles team will be when they're looking to make a playoff run.
And you can't give enough credit to just every single one of these Eagles players tonight. Just whenever one person was locked up, they just pass it off to somebody else, and they're always able to make a play. At least tonight, a great showing of depth from this team.
As Gibson throws it up, And that'll do it, folks, as the Eagles faithful sends them off in a serenade. Final score here in Newman Gymnasium, your Husson University Eagles 88 and the Maine Maritime Academy Mariners 53. And once again, the name of the game for this one has been the three-pointers. 37% from three were the Eagles in this game. The Mariners only 16%, as well as offensive rebounding and a whole smattering of other reasons why the Eagles were so successful. And Max, if this is the way the Eagles are going to be playing in the playoffs, it's going to be a very scary game.
Absolutely. They are a scary team. They can score from inside with their big guys in Balzer and Lewis, but they've also got a whole bench of players who can hit from the three-point line. And that's a very scary look for these other two teams who are coming in trying to get the chance to play them tonight.
Special thanks to our fellow colleagues downstairs who are working our cameras and our PA announcers. Broadcast wouldn't be up without you guys. So once again, for Max Sturm, I'm Sam Miller. Thank you for watching the Husson Eagles Sports Network.